The show is about to start. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the show, and please come back and visit us again.
Welcome, boils and ghouls and NBs, right? That's non-binary. Because it's, like ladies and gentlemen and NBs is the new, I guess, I heard someone say it.
That's your excuse?
I guess it would be, though, because non-binaries aren't ladies or gentlemen.
Well, maybe ladies and gentlemen don't want to be ghouls and... What was the other word?
Boils and ghouls. No, that's a classic horror. Well, see, we need a horror equivalent for NBs. Boils, ghouls, and
Other?
Zombies. You can go zombies. That's what I'm gonna go with. And then maybe people will listen to this, and then somebody will tell me that's offensive, or they'll have something better. But until then, welcome, boils, ghouls, and zombies. You are now at the matinee of madness with your hosts, Shannon and Chris, where we rewatch movies that are critically acclaimed or just
Loved.
well loved by the fan base or the general population that upon our first viewings we didn't like.
Yes.
Maybe multiple first viewings.
It's either that or we just forgot we actually watched it because it wasn't unforgettable.
That's even worse than not liking a movie if you forget you watched it. And this is our first episode, as far as anyone knows. And we're going to keep it that way.
There was a second.
And we're doing...
Second.
Yes, there will be a second.
This is the second?
This is the first. And we're doing not really a horror movie.
No, not really.
But a spooky movie, I guess.
Well, I figure it's close to Halloween, so...
So we're doing The Nightmare Before Christmas, which a lot of people love.
A lot of people love this movie.
Actually, Rotten Tomatoes, 95%. The Metacritic is 82 out of 100. The IMDb is 7.9 out of 10.
Wow.
So that's really good. Like, people love this movie.
I mean, that's why people always assume I love this movie, because I love Halloween.
And you're a woman. I think that has a lot to do with it. A lot of women like this movie. That's
I don't even know how I feel about that. I just took it as I love Halloween, so you're supposed to love whatever.
Not even 5 minutes, and I'm already coming off as like a misogynistic asshole.
I mean, it's what you are, so.
I am, might be an asshole, but I am not a misogynist.
If you say so.
Really trying to make me look bad out there.
I don't have to try hard.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's get going. Maybe this episode will get lost too.
Wait, why don't ghouls be witches? I'd rather witches for girls.
I guess it's because boys, girls. It's B with boils. Ghouls.
Yeah, ghouls is girls,
Yeah.
but can't it just be witches? Witches are way
women,
better
right?
than. But
I don't take it up with the Crypt
witches
Keeper.
are amazing. Ghouls
I
just
agree.
sound like boring little.
No, ghouls eat flesh. It's like ghouls in the original Night of the Living Dead. They're not really zombies. They're ghouls.
Does not sound impressive to me.
It's better than being a boil.
But boys. They can be a boil, no big deal.
At least ghouls and zombies go together now. And remember, zombies is the end. We're not getting. Can we get into Nightmare Before Christmas?
I mean, I would rather not, because.
I'm taking it you didn't enjoy the movie.
No, I did not.
Nightmare Before Christmas, October 29th, 1993. So a long time ago. Right? Directed by Henry Selick. I didn't know a lot about who did this movie. I knew Henry Selick did it.
Okay.
Because he did... When I think of stop motion, you think of this, obviously. James and the Giant Peach. Well, not you. I know what you think of. I think of this, James and the Giant Peach, Coraline, and those are all
Coraline's a good movie.
and all Henry Selick movies. You you think of stop Mission Impossible,
Uh-huh.
stop motion,
Yes.
and you think of
Corpse Bride. My favorite movie.
which I saw once.
But now
Uh,
we own it.
we doing it.
Thanks to you.
I'm worried to watch it because what if I don't like this, and then
And then I'll divorce you.
you might divorce me. So maybe.
I mean, hey.
Because that's what all solid relationships are based on mutual enjoyment of art, music, and movies. If you disagree at all, you're done. Just divorce.
So all I'm hearing is we should already be divorced.
No, we love all this. You think all the same things I think and love everything.
So I'm just pretending to agree to this garbage.
So the screenplay for Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm so bad, but Caroline Thompson, it looks like the name is. She wrote Edward Scissorhands, The Addams Family,
Oh, Adam's Family's good.
and Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's weird. Weird. That's one of these
They
things.
don't go together.
That's a good movie too. Homeward Bound.
Eh,
Sad. Anything with animals is sad.
I don't know. I watched it when I didn't like animals.
Well,
So,
yeah.
I mean, I would probably have a different opinion now.
Oh yeah, now you'd be a real tearjerker for you. Before you're probably like, those dumb animals. I hope they die out there in the wilderness. Screw them.
Yeah, I could see that being my opinion before.
Now you're be yelling at the screen like, I'll save you, puppies. I got you.
Oh, God. We're going to have to watch that, aren't we?
We might have to watch it. So when I was looking up Nightmare Before Christmas, I thought this was weird because it's like the credits directed by Henry Selick, which always was a problem for me because people were like, oh, it's a Tim Burton movie. I'm like, he didn't direct it. Like, and stop motion is not easy to do. It's a bitch. It's a lot of tedious work.
Well, they know you put Tim Burton's name on it. People
Yes.
are going to watch it.
And he did write the poem that it was based off of. And so I look at it though, it's an adaptation by Michael McDowell, who he did Beetlejuice.
Oh, I love Beetlejuice.
That's a great movie. Thinner, which is
Wait, Beetlejuice, and then he did this?
yeah, he adapted it, whatever that means, because then the Thompson, she wrote the script.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of back stage, I guess, behind the scenes information on this film. Like, if you watch the commentary, it's probably great, but I don't have an interest that far to go. What was the process of this movie?
I'm like, wait, so was this actually supposed to be a good movie at first before too many people got their hands in it and it turned into this?
Well, I don't know. I have the poem up. If it's long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. I mean, it's like 4 pages or so.
Damn.
But I remember reading it when I was younger. I don't think I think it's just kind of like Jack, Sally, maybe Zero. I don't think.
I mean, Zero, that's my character.
Yeah, he's not in it as much as I would have remembered from how much people love him.
I mean,
But again, just people love everything about this movie. So,
yeah.
'twas the nightmare before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was peaceful, not even a mouse. The stockings all hung by the chimney with care, when opened that morning would cause quite a scare. The children all nestled so snug in their beds, would have nightmares of monsters and skeleton heads. Goes on, so it's not
I
bad.
kind of like that.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
It paints a pretty picture.
It does seem like the poem would be enjoyable, and again, then you look at the cast of the movie. Jack Jack Skellington is voiced by two people. His speaking voice and singing voice is different.
Gotcha.
His singing voice is Danny Elfman, who is famous for only one other thing, the Simpsons theme song. And that is a lie. He's obviously a lot of other stuff, a lot of music.
But since you're such a Simpsons fan, it's all you geek out to.
Yes, I like Oingo Boingo, the band, his band.
Oh, I had no idea who that was.
You've heard I've played Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, you played a lot of things.
I do. So Danny Elfman does the singing voice for Jack Skellington, but what's his name here? Chris Sanderson. I can't do names, so I'm not even gonna read names going on. I'm just like, he's only important. He's of note because he is the detective in Child's Play.
And you love Child's Play.
Yeah, I love this. So good stuff. Sally's voiced by the mom from Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Yeah, she's voiced. The doctor, Dr. Finkelstein, is William Hickley. He's this. You've seen him in things. He's in the Tales from the Dark Side movie, which is great. He's in the story The Cat from Hell. He's an old man who hires a hitman to kill a cat. Yeah, his sister brought a stray cat in, and it's killing them off.
Oh.
Love it. It's a great story. It's like really fun. He's also in a really good Tales from the Crypt episode where he's this rich old man, and he wants this woman to love him, so he keeps paying to have new body parts, like new arms, new legs, a new chest. And eventually he looks like this handsome, studly hunk, but he ain't got a dime left. And the guy that he bought the body parts with is this old decrepit billionaire now, and he's got the hot girl because
Well, yeah, because women go for money.
Money's more important. This is a good one. So we'll get through that. Now done with the cast, and we can just talk about the first time you saw it. I'm sure you remember 1993, right? What you were doing the first time you saw The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Now that explains why I don't remember watching it. I mean, I knew I've seen it. I just can't place when or where. And then after hearing how much everyone loves it and they go on about it, and every part of me kept thinking, like, I don't remember liking this movie. And now I understand why I didn't quite remember.
See, I don't know if I saw it in theaters. I know I saw it a long time ago. And I'm sure I'd seen it more than once. I know I got the VHS. I debated breaking that out tonight instead of doing the Disney Plus thing. Because I worry with the streaming that they're going to alter and edit things. And I don't remember. It's been a long time. So I'd be watching this movie and be like, oh, okay, I don't really remember that. But for all, like, in the beginning it said Walt Disney Pictures. And I'm like,
Yes.
Was that there originally? Because this movie was distributed through Touchstone Pictures, which was a subsidiary of Disney. Yeah. It's a dark movie. It's dark. There's a lot of dark things in it.
Yes, it is a dark movie. And it's a kids' movie. So,
it's a kids' movie.
I mean, in a way, I agree with that. I mean, like, kids should watch dark movies. Maybe not this one, but they should watch dark movies.
There's a time where we didn't care about scaring our children.
I mean, I still don't care about scaring my children.
It's very hard to scare our children.
Well, I mean, they have weird parents, so why should they be scared?
I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember seeing it when I first saw it. I remember a lot of people loving it. I remember the merchandise everywhere, Hot Topic and Spencer's Gifts and all that. Just like, oh, it drove me nuts.
I mean, merchandise is still everywhere. I mean, Walking Spirit's all there.
Yeah, it's still very popular. It has obviously endured. Like, it's still here.
Which I'm like, how did this movie become so beloved and not My Corpse Bride? I don't understand when Corpse Bride is the superior movie.
We're gonna have to watch Corpse Bride. We are gonna have to watch it again, because I don't really know why Corpse Bride does it. Because
I would even rather watch Frankenweenie than this.
I, I wouldn't mind going back to see. It's another stop motion I forgot about.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, it's like an alright movie, but it's better than what we just watched.
I didn't mind some of it.
I have this Halloween song stuck in my head, but
I like the music, and I think that's a big part of what has kept this movie around. A lot of those songs are catchy. Yeah,
yes.
This is Halloween.
I know that song is so stuck in my head. I need to listen to something else soon to get it out of
No,
my head.
you have to listen. We can play it after. We'll just get the soundtrack cranking up.
Let's not, please. Please. Just, no.
When the movie started, I had this kind of feeling like nostalgia maybe washing over me. Ooh, this is nice. Like I said, the music's good. I like how it gets kind of right into it. We get this little bit.
I enjoyed that part.
Little bit of a narrator, and it's weird because it triggered this things where I go. I remember when I first saw this movie. I don't remember how old I was, where I was, but I remember thinking, "That's interesting." Holiday Worlds.
Holiday Worlds is very interesting.
Well, I want more of that. And then I was thinking, where the hell did you go through the door with that dumb tree thing on it? That turkey. Go through the bird tree or this yeah.
See, I want to know what happened to the Easter Bunny. Did they actually let it go back to its own world? Is it like dead somewhere? That's the story I want.
Oogie ate it. That's another. See, that's a problem I have with this movie. There's clearly. Okay, first off, what the hell is it called when your country, your land, your world, whatever, is a monarchy and a democracy? Because Halloween Town's got a mayor.
Who's not in charge.
And they got a pumpkin king. He's obviously not the king of Halloween Town, but he is a recognized monarch.
Yes.
And there is clearly some sort of war for the throne, because Oogie is obviously the contender. He's the boogeyman. So was there a war? Did Jack usurp the king throne from Oogie Boogie, and that's why? Another thing, and I'm going off now because I start to think, and you start to talk, and my problem with the movie actually became this. I wrote it down. I say my notes are scattered. I should never try to make notes, but I did, and I wrote a column. I had likes, I had hates,
okay,
and then notes. And originally under hate, all I had was Jack.
I hated Jack.
That's all I had.
He's a very selfish character.
So, as the movie progressed under hate, I added is so fucking stupid, delusional, narcissistic prick.
That is very true. Okay, now the mayor, I also hated.
The mayor is pointless.
Well, the thing is, I looked at him going, so do people find having a mayor as a nightmare? So that's why there's a mayor in Nightmareville?
Or in Halloween Town.
Yes.
Because
it's supposed to be full of scary things, so mayors are scary?
Well, politicians.
Oh.
I guess would be the scary thing. Because he is two-faced, right? He's like a
very
politician.
two-faced.
The flippy.
So then, you know what? I kind of appreciate that because politicians are very two-faced.
There's a lot of designs in the creatures that I like. If I go over that, the movie does look good. It's creepy. I like the
creepiness.
I like a lot of the background characters. The gill. I guess it's a gill woman or a mermaid.
I think I liked all the characters except for maybe Jack and Sally.
I don't mind Sally.
I think she's stupid.
She's not. She's
Okay, no, she's smart, but she's all about Jack, who's all about himself, and she's not her own person.
Well, she's not a person. She's a doll. She's a straw person. She's literally, we see she's filled with straw at one point. I I can cut her some slack as a character because she's young in the sense. That's actually another big problem with this movie to me, though, where you go, ultimately, she's like 14, 15, and he's, I guess, in it. I just,
Ancient.
well, yeah, 25 or 30, I don't know, 107.
I mean, Halloween Town, I mean, must have been a thing for a very long time if he's bored.
That was the thing I was wondering at one point is what's the procreation rate in Halloween Town? Was Jack, you asked, you go, he must have been a very tall dude when he died.
Yes, I looked at him going, I'm like, was somebody like 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall, and
And then I'm kind of
off he
like,
went?
did he die or was he just born to skeletons bang in Halloween Town?
And if so, where's his parents?
Well, dead, moved off, retired.
But they're already dead, so
They well, they thought Jack was dead up in his castle cabin thing.
which I thought was ridiculous when you're already dead. So
It's
here
very-
you are going on about how he's dead when he is dead.
Yeah, they're worried if he's dead, but he's. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
doesn't make sense.
It showed the one part that, you
Like-
know, he could take off his head and he's fine. So, how is he dead again? Or, I mean, re-dead? Zombified? I don't know.
Even death may die, right?
Does it?
According to Lovecraft, it's a thing. But there were things I liked. I did think. I thought in the, I guess it's in the first song when he's, and I do like that whole scene. It's really cool. The parade through Halloween Town.
Yes.
Although I don't understand. I guess that's like they just came back from doing Halloween stuff.
I'm guessing.
And they did this big thing that I like it. I like him with the pumpkin on his head and the scarecrow. It's cool.
I mean, it made it seem like the only thing he did on Halloween was come out of a thing. So I'm going, so did you miss Halloween and that's like your only part of it?
He went out and.
I mean, if so, no wonder you're bored because all you're doing is coming out of green stuff.
I don't get what they do. Like even when he's like, we have to start planning for next Halloween. It's like, so do they plan?
They plan 364 days of the year
Well, that's fine.
to do the same thing.
That's fine. Hey, that's how you should live your life, right? But here's the thing to think of.
I mean, no wonder he went to Christmas Town where that.
They give you an award. They were given awards. It's kind of like, he's wandering off, but they give an award to the most blood drank or something to one of the vampires.
Yes.
So they are coordinating deaths in Halloween Town. They are going, okay, it's Halloween. You're going to go out, just start fucking sucking blood, man. Just
Have fun.
because I guess that's what they're planning. Because
I mean, Halloween is fun, so I mean, they should be out there having a blast.
you should be able to just kill and drink blood.
Yes,
Halloween people.
definitely.
That's another thing with the vampires. They were totally trying to bang Jack, right?
Yes.
And
the witches.
Well, that's fine. Like the witches are fine, and the gill person. Well, the vampires are fine too. But
I mean,
it's
I think everybody wanted Jack.
I
So
felt
I'm
that.
like, so did Sally want Jack just because everybody wanted Jack
I
and
think
she
so.
felt like she
He's
should
just-
too?
But that also brings up: is it LGBT representation? I know there's more letters, and I'm sorry that I can't remember off the top of my head. Or is Halloween Town just a place where sexuality just doesn't exist? Which is the way I think we should live. Where it's just like, yeah, Jack's where it's at. Let's all bang him.
I mean, I
Get
guess
together
he's very
and-
bangable.
I don't know. I'm not into that. That's too skinny for me.
He's very skinny. I mean, there's
The
nothing
wa-
to him.
The werewolf dude? He's burly, man. I'm not into the hairy dudes, but
Yeah, you're not
he's-
into hairy dudes, but
he would be more fine. There's a lot of things, like I said, I like, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, I like this movie, I think, but I don't like the story. I do like whatever it is because I do not like Jack for a few reasons, and these memories were kind of coming back. These thoughts I had when I was younger, which is obviously why I didn't like it. I don't like Christmas.
I hate Christmas.
I don't understand why Jack. I've always loved Halloween. Fuck him.
I know, I'm
Where are
like,
you going?
you wanted to leave Halloween to go celebrate Christmas,
I wanted to
which is
run.
a horrible holiday.
I wanted to run away from home as a kid and live in Halloween Town. And this schmuck's going to like, and then with all the presents he's giving out,
Yeah.
I would have loved that stuff as a kid
Oh, I would love that too.
with the shrunken head.
I mean, that would have made Christmas. I mean, I might have actually liked Christmas at that point.
Actually, I would like to get that kind of wrapping paper. The one do that. Be perfect under the inverted tree
Oh, yes.
this Christmas.
That would be
We-
great. All I kept thinking was, why? Why are you so invested in Christmas? I don't understand this.
And he doesn't. He didn't care. Like he didn't care what anyone else thought, or like you said, he's selfish.
Very
He
selfish.
Does not care about anyone else, and we're supposed to like him, I guess.
And then all these people love him, this selfish bastard.
And it's not just the people in the movie. People in general love Jack.
I mean, like, maybe this is why people are in so many toxic relationships, because they idolize Jack.
and like you said, Sally has no. She doesn't even know him. She doesn't know him. She's like, what does she know about him?
She doesn't. She's only been to a few of these things. Okay, I'm sorry. Once she drugs the scientist.
Yeah, she does drug.
Which, I'm just like, so you were stupid enough to get drugged how many times?
He was letting her go. Obviously, he wanted to make I don't know, the one that he had at the end had like his face. So
Yes, but no, he did not want to let her go. He was just stupid.
I like him though. I like that character, the doctor.
I mean, I didn't mind the character. I just looked at him going, really? You just let yourself get poisoned again.
I did notice this too, when he's like, Christmas Town. It's not scary. It's not creepy and all that. Those elves were creepy. They're creepy looking little fucks with the pointy ears and the weird.
I'm sorry, that Santa Claus was creepy looking.
I like Santa in this movie. I actually do. Like
I
Santa.
mean, yeah, like the shape of him was just so off and weird, and I was like, yeah, you're just.
It's strange, but I absolutely love that you have this Santa at the end who just basically tells Jack, "You're a dumbass." Like,
Yes.
You're just go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
And-
stay in your own lane here. Come
Yeah.
on.
But I don't think Sally's dumb. Like her love for Jack is dumb. It's unrequited and it's undeserved. He's done nothing for her to go, oh, I really, except that everybody wants him.
All I know is I had two scenes that bugged me the most. Okay, the one is when she's tied up with Santa Claus, and she had her second leg. The one that she had off to entice the Oogie Boogie guy. But I'm sorry, they sewn it back on to put her in
Yeah.
fire or whatever that thing was.
Connected.
But I'm sorry, she should not have had her leg.
Well, I guess it got connected, right? She just.
No, she always had to sew it together. That's how she put her arm back on. So that scene there is just wrong.
Well, that's just a continuity error. That happens, and we can, I guess,
Okay, and then the ending bothered me.
where they just.
Because here she is up there, and he could be coming up to thank her or something, and she just assumes he's declaring his love for her.
Well, in all fairness, I asked you a question at the end of that movie. Do you remember what I asked you?
No.
When Santa Claus flew away, I asked you if he just did some coke, as he like a twinkle on his nose, and
Yes.
and I thought, now obviously it's just
Obviously,
me joking,
yes, it's...
and then I go, there's fucking cocaine falling from the sky all over Halloween Town. Santa's bringing the party. So I think that's why she just assumes they're all high on coke at the end of that movie.
I mean, that would be the only thing that makes sense. Because why would you think this guy is coming to declare his love? This selfish bastard who was just the whole movie is coming to declare his love to you.
And he doesn't learn his lesson. Because I'm sitting there at one point, and he starts singing his song in the cemetery, the graveyard, I guess, whatever. He's laying out after getting shot down. And it sounds like he's kind of reaching the error of his ways almost. Like he's gonna, I made a mistake or whatever. But then he's like, I tried my best. I think, no.
Well, he tried his best to ruin Christmas.
Like, there are things, and again, like I start remembering, I go, as a kid, I thought this same thing. It's like, the world is at, like, war. There are monster toys everywhere right now. This is horrific.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that world knows Santa Claus exists.
Yes.
Because they're just out there like, yo, something happened to Santa Claus.
I know they're all heartbroken thinking, where is our Santa Claus?
So, does he, okay, so we have the whole Christmas in July thing. So in their world, does he go out and do the talk show rounds and shit, like Christmas in July? Like, talk about, he's a celebrity in their world, a national celebrity.
He's a national treasure.
Another thing that bugged me, Jack gets there, and he says in the song, they're kissing under the mistletoe. Kiss under the mistletoe, something like that.
So how does he know what mistletoe is?
Exactly. I wouldn't know what the mistletoe was if I saw it.
Yeah, and I kept naming a lot of things that I kept staring at him going, these things would not exist in your world.
Yeah, like, I don't think you'd have any...
You wouldn't have any knowledge. And at that time, he didn't have all those books where I'm going, where did you get all these books from?
He stole them with the rest of the... Right?
But from where?
I don't know. He went around Christmas Town looting. Like you
and
saw,
nobody
he came back.
noticed a tall-ass skeleton looting.
I can answer this. He got naked. He's white. He just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Snow.
White in the middle of the night, just looting, and
he
nobody...
just got in with the snow. Yeah, looting. He stole someone's snowmobile.
Yeah.
Drove that shit back. I don't know. There's I don't get why go through the Christmas store aside from it's not here for Christmas. For me, I would have loved not a sequel, but why didn't they ever do holiday specials of this?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about that poor Easter bunny.
They just dumped him
some bunny stew, I guess.
Oogie Boogie probably ate him.
But then I'm thinking about that world where I'm like, I guess they know he exists too, just like Santa Claus. So everyone's going crazy about where is their bunny.
Or
so the kids no longer get chocolate. Like I don't understand.
No, there's no more Easter. It's done.
No more
world.
Candy. No more nothing. Just the last sad kids. I mean, I don't know anything else that Easter is about other than candy.
There's a Jesus element to it.
I don't think the Easter Bunny and Jesus actually go together.
No, they do. A lot of people don't know, but in the Bible, the whole thing, the resurrection, that's Easter. Jesus came back. Yeah, he's nailed to the cross on Good Friday.
And he came back as the Easter Bunny?
He didn't come back as the Easter Bunny. He was put in the cave. His body was put in the cave. I'll get to it. And they 3 days, whatever, they move the rock. He comes out on this giant fucking rabbit, stark naked, swinging a sword, and he rides up the rainbow to Valhalla.
I'm sorry, that's the Easter Bunny I want.
That's the story of Easter that I made up and that I celebrate.
I want that Easter Bunny.
That's how we celebrate.
I want that badass bunny.
That's a painting. That's the type of painting you put on the side of a van that you get stoned in.
No, that's the kind of movie I want to watch.
Jesus just riding around on a giant rabbit, just
with a sword in
people.
hand. Yes,
yeah,
just
I'd watch that.
Murdering these skeleton people.
Yeah, that would skeleton people. So he goes into like Halloween.
Well,
town.
I mean, he has to go to Halloween Town and avenge his rabbit.
Poor. Yes, you're really upset about the Easter Bunny. You know nothing about the holiday. Don't care about it whatsoever. But you're like, that poor rabbit. They just ended this. That was another thing that bugged me. Why? Why did he bring the kids? I like their names, by the way.
Yes, they're good
Like,
names.
was it Lock, Shock, and Barrels? Fuck.
Yes.
But clearly you can't trust them.
No, but they're the perfect people to.
Yeah, and he even says, I don't want Oogie Boogie involved. But in their song, they're like, we're his henchmen. We do what he wants. So, like, Jack, you are the dumbest, stupidest motherfucker. Like, you have no brain. It fell out of that fucking skull of yours. And why does Sally, who, by the way, I do like, she is a competent, and yes, she's not that smart, but what she does to try to free Santa Claus, she knows that she can use her sexuality to lure Big Fatty away while she frees Santa Claus. That to me is a smart.
Well, the thing that I think about Jack is, I'm like, so you knew those kids were gonna bring Santa Claus to him because that's where you went looking for him.
Yeah, obviously. And so
I mean, you didn't even hesitate as to where you went looking for him.
So exactly. So why did he even bring them in?
Because he knew they were going to bring him to that.
So he wanted Santa dead.
Yes, he wanted to take over.
Like, he thought he was going to love Christmas so much.
Well, he was just going to run both holidays.
Well, that's obviously wanted. He wanted to have his cake and his too. Which, again, I'm fine with Christmas and Halloween being one. I'm not fine with Jack Skellington as the monarch of it. I will take that version of Santa Claus. Because he's right up there with the Bill Goldberg. He was
kind of badass.
Yeah, like the Bill Goldberg Santa Claus, which is a movie we should watch. Santa's Sleigh, I think it is. That's great. They're really, it's Killer Santa Claus movie. They cast a lot of Jewish actors in it, which makes it really fun. Like I think the opening scene's a Christmas scene with Fran Drescher, and they're playing.
Oh God, her annoying voice.
I love her voice. Such a beautiful voice. It really is.
I am sorry not to want to watch
this like
movie.
The Angels. It's like better. It might be better than Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean, I would hope so.
I
do have to say, I don't usually like movies with songs, and I didn't mind the songs.
The music's very catchy, and that's really all I can think is why people really love this. But then there are people that like the love story. And I hate to say that because I'm like, where's the love story? Where actually is the love story? There isn't one, She wants him, but everybody wants him.
Yes.
And the only thing she does special is just, I don't know, what was fucking, she tells him, she has a prophecy for some reason. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's a nice scene. But why is she having fucking prophecies?
I mean, he didn't want to listen to her anyway, so.
No, is he ever going to? No, he's never going to. You're right. This is the problem. This is why so many people of my generation end up in these shitty, toxic relationships, because they think this is what love is.
Oh, yeah, it's where a man runs all over you.
Yeah, some stupid, idiot man who, all of this prevented just by listening to Sally. And actually listening to her. Because that's the thing. He doesn't even listen. It doesn't even register what she's saying. He takes everything differently. This isn't right. No, it's perfect. You're the only one to make my outfit.
I mean, I guess it does sound like a guy. There are a lot of guys like that.
Not me.
No, not you, but there's a lot of guys like that. And that's why these women end up in these really horrible relationships, because they idolize Jack and they find a guy like that.
Yes, and aloof. I get just aloof.
And then I guess maybe the girl is a nice, naive Sally.
That's so sad. This is like the pinnacle of love for some people, because it's not. There's no love in that story. This movie,
there's not. But yet we're made for each other in the end, which is a joke.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. There's maybe if there was more to show, like even if that was kind of the thing, like if at some point we had it alluded to even that Jack was lonely, he thought life was missing something, and Dr. Finkel,
I
Dr.
don't know.
Dingleberry made him Sally as a wife or a potential mate or something, but that wasn't fulfilling or Jack, because he obviously can't be happy with what he has,
No.
and he doesn't care if it affects other people.
So how long till he gets bored with her?
Oh, right away. There is this. I guess it's a sequel. I think it's a YA novel, right? Isn't that what you call them?
Young
Yeah,
adult? Yes.
adults.
Yeah.
Called Pumpkin Queen, something like that. I
Thing
should.
is, watching the movie, I'm like, the only reason I even knew they were supposed to be a thing is because I knew it before I started the movie.
Well, that's a big thing of the movie, and you see that in the merchandise and all that.
Yes.
But there's not really a love story.
Because it
Like I
looks
said,
like two completely different movies going on at the same time. There's her story, then there's his story, and then the parts that they throw them together, which make no sense.
yeah, I don't like seeing her sit outside his window staring at him and longing for this guy who's paying no attention to her, doesn't know she exists. And again, there's
But
no,
then he knows he exists when she goes to that thing, and he's like, "Oh, you're the best sewer." So I'm like, "So you know she exists, but
I, maybe there's more backstory that we need.
I mean, she gave you a bottle of, I don't know, poison death. I don't even know what was in that bottle. You saw her for a second, and then she went to go hide like you didn't know her, but
I mean,
you ended up knowing her.
He knows everybody in Halloween Town. I guess Halloween Town's small. I mean, they all know each other.
So Atlantic City.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, there's a lot of small towns like that. I guess it's better than Christmas Town, which I guess is a dictatorship. That's the vibe I got. These are the movie. That's the movie I want. I want to know all about the political things. But okay, back. I gotta backtrack a little. I gotta go
Okay,
back.
let's
We gotta
go
back and talk about
back.
Christmas Town because, and Easter Town and all this stuff because do they all exist in the same world? Like they know Santa exists, but is this the same world that celebrates Halloween and Easter that now missing an Easter bunny? They just don't know because it's not Easter.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Or they all so they go out and they do Halloween in a pocket dimension that then has no Christmas,
It has
but
nothing.
Hanukkah maybe.
But the thing
Kwanzaa?
is,
I don't- that's-
but then in your world, you can enter other worlds.
That's what I'm saying. So they must be the holiday town representations for a one dimension. They all have the same. They all they bring their holiday to the same world.
I don't know, because they just...
Well, we need to know. Somebody needs to figure this out.
Yeah, like, do these kids that Mr. Santa Claus, I mean, is that when they looked at the Skeleton King going, "Hey, I know you from Halloween"?
Yeah,
Because they didn't seem like they knew him.
there's some kid out there like, oh, you're the one who made me shit myself. A few months ago.
Of course, then they might have loved those toys, because then, I mean, I would have seen the kids who love Halloween saying, "Oh my god, this is like all I wanted for Christmas."
I would have been, again, as a kid, I was so happy to get like that. I don't know if Charlie Brown was the first to do this, but the parents with no heads, we get that in this movie. None of the adults, did you notice that in the real world, the adults don't have heads? They were all like, we don't see them. The one police officer had a big nose. It
Yeah, I
stuck
saw the
out.
big nose.
But then I noticed something. There was a kid who's clearly a cop because driving that car, we could see his head. He's the only adult. So that's a kid who stole a cop car.
Good only kid.
Because I'm wondering, why is a cop driving around talking about Santa, no Santa, and all that?
Well, because it's heartbreaking, because they all
Because
love
a
Santa.
kid stole that cop car. It's the only adult whose head we really see.
Hell, it is, I mean, better off without him.
With Santa or the...
Santa off with his head.
Oh, Santa's a badass in that. I also saw one of the houses. Were there pictures of Elvis?
I didn't notice.
It was like that. There was photos hanging on the wall. I'm like, is that? I don't feel like Paul's in you. I'm sure on the like 4K Blu-ray, whatever, you could probably see it, but I'm like, that's weird. They look like real photos.
I mean, I could see that happening because, I mean, I'm sure back in the 90s, must have been some Elvis fans.
People like Elvis. I'm not.
I'm not really a fan either, but
That right there. If anyone will listen to this, that's the one where people go, I can't do it anymore. They don't like no. You say whatever else you want. You can be offensive and ignorant, cussing, but you don't like Elvis. We're out of here.
I mean, they're probably out of here when we say we hate Christmas. So
I like the Christmas spider web in the movie. I thought that was cool. There's like with the Christmas lights on it.
I mean, I loved when he cut out, like when you're supposed to do the paper.
Oh, the snowflakes.
The
yeah,
snowflake,
the,
and it turned
spider.
into a spider. That,
I
loved that. I want those around this house.
I wish I can't do them. You'll have to do them.
Oh, no. You have to learn to be creative and make me those.
Do that. I'm not creative at all. I'm terrible.
Well, you need to start practicing.
I like of my notes. My favorite.
I'm so glad you took notes. I did not.
Huh?
So I'm so glad you took notes because I certainly did not.
I tried. We're not getting to too much of them, but I did write. Are we meant to like Jack? That's the real question I take away. Are we meant to? He's the protagonist, but he's not. So are we? What does he do as a hero? He doesn't really learn his lesson.
Because he tried.
That's it. He tried. He tried to usurp Halloween or Christmas. I'm guessing he successfully stole Halloween. I don't know.
I mean, they can't do anything without him, so I'm guessing.
That's the other thing, though. Hell, Oogie Boogie, way creepier. Dude is made of bugs.
Yes, that was way creepier.
Scary. I like him.
I mean, I wouldn't say scary, but creepier.
In the real world, if a big fat pillowcase filled with squirming worms was challenging you to rigged games to chances, that'd be horrific.
Especially with Snake Eyes, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that.
I like Oogie Boogie.
I was like, wow, and you're cheating too.
I enjoy Oogie Boogie. Actually, when I was looking him up. Ken Page is the actor who does the voice of Oogie Boogie, who's a name that I doubt, I don't know who, but many people. He was in All Dogs Go to Heaven. He's like there's a Croc of King Croc or King. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I would say I know I saw it maybe a long time ago.
But he's in that, and then he played the Walrus in Adventures in Wonderland, which was this early '90s TV show on the Disney Channel. About Alice. It was a live action show where like a preteen Alice, she'd go through the looking glass and she'd hang out with the rabbit, and the rabbit was on rollerblades.
How did I miss out on this, Alice?
I loved it. This was back when Disney was a paid channel too. Well, I guess it kind of is now, right?
I mean, yes, we do pay for this.
But back in the day, if you remember,
yeah, you had to pay for it.
It was, it was like HBO.
Well, that's probably why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I seen it before. Back when they used to do the free weekend previews. Come on, this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum were like rappers. They two rap dudes. Yeah, it was very hip hop. You know.
Well, I wonder if we can find that anywhere.
I don't know. I doubt it's on Plus, but we'll look for it. It's fun. It's a fun show to go back and check out. But yeah, so the guy who did Oogie Boogie was the Walrus on that, which would of course be the Walrus and the Carpenter, which is a poem in Through the Looking Glass, which is another thing with Alice in Wonderland. I just going on another tangent here.
You do like your tangents.
It's hard to keep talking about this movie that you clearly hated.
I mean, I was bored with it from the get-go. I mean, I did say I enjoyed the song. I liked kind of the opening. But then right after the opening, it just kind of lost me.
I kind of realized I was going to be listening to the music a lot. But as time has passed, so much time now since we watched it, I'm like, it's kind of faded in my mind. I'm not as, because the overall story, the core story, doesn't really do it for me. Again, I can't relate to Jack at all.
No.
I would never leave Halloween Town. I have, I spent my life trying to get to Halloween Town. We're working on turning our house.
I mean,
into
our
Halloween
house
Town.
is Halloween all the time.
So it's I can't relate to Jack with the whole Christmas thing, and I don't
How
like
do you
Christmas.
get bored with Halloween?
How do you get bored with Halloween then want to go do Christmas when you like he's saying no they don't get it, you don't get it, you don't get what Christmas is. It's about other people. It's not about which he should get because that's Halloween's about other people. It's his trick or treating, it's candy.
It's about being somebody else and just enjoying life.
So maybe that's it because I don't see the love story. I don't see the him and Sally. There's nothing there, and I don't think to myself, "Oh, I love Christmas. I need Christmas." I don't relate to my protagonist. Even looking at him as the antagonist of the film, I can't enjoy it because there's no one to root for.
I mean, I would have been rooting for him to die, but I knew he didn't. So
No one's good. But that is another thing. I do like how dark the movie is. I like that it's not pulling punches. There's not that fear of who again the dolls coming to life at the end, the vampire doll, and did creepy imagery, and it looks cool. It's got that Tim Burton vibe to it.
I know. That's why people probably think I should love it because
It's a tough one. I feel I want to love it. I do. On some of I really want to love this movie.
Can't.
But I can't do it. I don't like it. Even going into this, I'm like, all day I was thinking about this. I'm like, man, I have hated this movie for years. I'm going to watch it tonight, and it's going to suddenly be, I'm going to have to watch it every year. I'm going to have to eat the crow, bite that bullet, baby, And as it started, I really felt like, man, the music's good. I had that warm feeling. I don't get that feeling a lot, And as the movie progressed, I'm just like, I don't really care what happens. And the songs even got a little worse for me as the movie progressed.
Yeah.
They just a little more forgettable, less catchy. I liked Oogie Boogie's little jazzy number at the end. I thought that was cool. I liked how that scene looked. I like how a lot of the movie looks.
Of course, here, all I thought when you said how if you had to watch this every year, all I thought about was your Thanksgiving movie. The one that you watch every Thanksgiving.
That's a classic. That is a classic. All right. Thanksgiving?
Yes, Thanksgiving 1 and 3.
1 and 3. Well, maybe we'll skip 3 and find another Thanksgiving horror. That actually, speaking of Thanksgiving, see, it all comes back here. What the hell is behind that Thanksgiving door? Because Thanksgiving, man.
It's a turkey. Well, maybe it's people actually killing the turkey.
I'm just saying, think about the history of Thanksgiving and how dark that shit is.
I mean, there was a Valentine's Day one too. Valentine's Day is pretty dark.
I don't really understand.
I mean, the history behind it, so.
I don't know what the history is. It's there is a Saint Valentine. There's a whole greeting card thing. So yeah, there's a lot of questions this movie leaves you with, and he went through the wrong door.
Yes.
There's a lot more to explore. I would have preferred.
There was even a St. Patrick's Day one, so I'm like, was there a leprechaun on the other side?
Well, we could go watch Leprechaun. Maybe they're connected. It's a shared cinematic universe. Probably not, though. Probably not.
Which does that mean it's a turkey from Thanksgiving behind the other door?
Hell yeah! Let's do that. I want to see.
They're hiding.
That's
what would be the movie behind the Valentine's Day one? I can't think of any.
My Bloody Valentine's.
There
you
go.
That's we'll be watching that soon. That's a good one. Maybe not for this because that's too good.
At least we're finding movies that are hiding behind these mysterious doors.
Something's got it, And that's the other thing. There's got to be more doors, right? Because there's more than those holidays.
Oh, there's a lot of holidays.
That's the stuff I'm interested in. I want that. I want to know all about the geopolitical like all this shit that's going on with Holiday World.
And I'm just like, I'm sorry, out of all the obscure holidays, St. Patty's Day?
It's because it's easy to represent. It's a shamrock, right? That's an easy.
But it's just like,
Yeah,
all right,
what?
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day, and St. Patty's Day.
Those are the big ones. And screw anyone who is of a different religion and celebrates. You don't need.
I was just staring at this going, that's it? I mean, there's nothing else to celebrate, right?
Well, they're probably in other little groves and patches, right? There's little pocket trees, holiday trees.
Just not so important.
I guess the Halloween's
But
just.
then again, what else would be a main holiday? Hey, what about New Year's? Is there a New Year's baby somewhere?
Yeah, New Year's would be. I mean, I would say Hanukkah. It might not be in the mainstream because it doesn't get pushed enough for. I don't know why. 8 days. Being able to say, hey, buy a bunch of shit to give to people for 8 days.
Oh my God, 8 days of presents?
Right? It makes you want to convert. I mean, then again, you don't have to. We could just do it. Like we celebrate Christmas, but you know.
I know, I was about to say, being the parents, I mean, you could just decide one day, you know what, I'm celebrating all the holidays. We
Yeah,
could
why
do
not?
Hanukkah leading up into Christmas and just
Yeah,
kind of say we're doing both of them.
Let's just celebrate December. That's the holiday, you know. Just everything that they do in December, celebrate it. That's Hanukkah. I think is Kwanzaa in December.
I believe so.
Yeah, we
Isn't
know.
it like after Christmas? So maybe it goes from Hanukkah to Christmas to Kwanzaa, and we're just and then New Year's. So
New
we're
Year's.
just having a really good time.
Yeah, we'll just keep the presents flowing from. We'll just start at Halloween and just keep going through November too, because we can have presents with turkey and ham.
I mean, yes, please.
Turkey, ham, stuff the turkey with presents as like a stuff.
I don't know. Now I want turkey. Thanks.
Oh, turkey would be good.
That's what you did.
So what? I mean, at one point I thought I liked it. Ultimately, I don't think I'm changing my mind here. I think I'm not going to go back to this movie anytime
I mean,
soon.
if you saw my face during that whole movie, I think you know that I did not enjoy it.
I looked at you a few times and felt to myself, I went, she's not liking this as much as I am, and I'm not liking it a whole lot. But by the end, I really thought halfway through, I went, this is getting an I like it. Right, that's going to be my review. I don't have a review system. I don't have stars. I don't have thumbs. Like, in general, you know, they don't, but I don't have thumbs to give. I was going to like
you don't
it.
have any fucks to give? Is that what I heard?
not about watching this again, because I like looking at it. It does look nice. I like the stop motion, but the story fails to hold me in.
Horribly.
Because I don't care about Jack. I don't like Jack. I don't mind Sally. I think for 1993, she's a very. I don't know. I actually think we probably had a lot better female protagonist, stronger female protagonist in the 90s than we do now. Because Sally's not. I don't think she's dumb. She starts out a little dumb.
She's naive. That's basically
She's
the word
naive.
for her. She's very naive.
But naivete and ignorance are two different things. You know,
well, she's in love with the guy that everyone's in love with. She's just falling under that spell.
Exactly. Everybody. Look,
and Coke, too, you know.
And Coke, yeah. She wasn't the only one hanging outside his house. The vampires were out there. Everybody
wanted
out
him.
there, yeah. So you can't really blame her.
So is he going after her? She was like the only girl, because I don't remember. I mean, other than the witches.
The witches,
I'm sorry. Her or the witches?
Well, no, the Gill person was a. Do you see the lips? They call those DSL. All right, that's what some unruly men in the locker rooms would call those.
You know, what to people that don't know what that means?
You wanna explain it?
No, I do not. You're the one that said it.
It's a computer term, right?
Yeah, that's what that is.
I've been told I have. So we wrap it up. And what's your reviews? You hate it.
Hate
You
it.
hate it.
Hate
Never
it.
gonna watch it again.
No, not
Never gonna
watching
watch
that
it
again. No.
I don't.
You're not torturing me with this again.
I don't think I feel like
I wouldn't mind listening to the music though.
No, some of the songs are good. I mean, this is Halloween it's obviously
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
enjoyed that.
in the rotation going forward. A lot of the music, it's good. Danny Elfman is great. He's again, you've seen his music or heard his music in a lot of things, not just that iconic Simpsons theme. Said Oingo Boingo, you've heard, and he's done scores for a bunch of movies. I think he did the Sam Raimi score. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. He did the score for that. So yeah,
Okay.
he's great.
He didn't just lose his job after he was on with this thing.
No, he's gone on and done a lot of things. I enjoy talking with you and disliking this movie with you. I wanted to like it. I really did. I thought I was going to, but I just can't get over how little I care about the character.
Because I don't know how I would have felt if you actually liked it. That would have been a what is wrong with you moment.
I would have been able to. Hey, people can like whatever they want. For whatever reason, you have your reasons to like it. That's the thing. This is just our opinion.
Yes, just our opinion.
Billions of people, I guess, love this movie. Just about everybody. We
are the oddities.
We are out. We're on the outs here. And
I'm okay with that.
if you come back and you come back and hang out with us some more, you're going to hear that there's probably a lot of things that you're like, I didn't think you were allowed to not like that. But here we are not liking it. And we're saying that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay if you like it or if you don't. We all have our own opinions.
I understand that fan base is huge for this. Nightmare Before Christmas, they love it. I just, not
Again, why not the Corpse Bride? How dare they?
We will go back and watch that. Maybe we'll do that too at some point with this if
If you end up hating it, that's it. We're done.
That's why we'll do it on this. So if you
so I can break up with you on air. Got it.
Yep. You can have a lawyer waiting to serve the papers if I don't like the movie.
Ooh.
That'll be the
Put
thing.
that on the line there.
Yeah, I'll put it all out. I don't know. I might. It's Tim Burton, and I'm very hit or miss with him.
Yes, you are.
I like. There's a lot of movies of his I don't like, and there's a lot that I do. But you can't let me see. I'm doing this. It's where you say goodbye, or you start to say goodbye, and then you start to get into it again. And I'm gonna just keep going.
He likes to talk, so
if we don't find a way to wrap this up.
Thank you for joining us.
To say yes, for joining us here at the Matinee of Madness.
The return.
And at the return. Yes, see, you're getting on to it. You're doing it. And you come back. And, because it is the season. 'Tis the season is upon us, right?
Yes, the
Peace
good old
and
Halloween
love.
season.
Exactly. It's beautiful. And we want to say happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Everybody out there. And yes, come back. See us again at the Matinee of Madness. Chris and Shannon will be waiting for you, right? That's good, right?
That's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not good. We'll change that. We'll cut that out.
Yeah.